I finally saw something that was not anti-Bush on TV last night. People always say the media is liberal. They are. But last night was a very conservative. It was Everybody Loves Raymond, a show called Everybody Loves Raymond. I don't know if you know it, but it was a thinly veiled plot where Marie, who's the mother, she's like a metaphor for dictators. She forced Robert's wife to like listen to her, and then Deborah, who's kind of the rebel of the United States, she tries to tell Robert's wife, we got to stand up and fight her together. And she almost had her, but then Ray and Robert want to stop the power grab because they're scared. So Ray goes to the father, Frank, I think his name, a thinly veiled shot at the UN Council, and Marie hears about the whole plot and comes over and convinces the wife that she's not evil and that Deborah, the United States, is imagining things, leaving Marie, which is theocracy, totalitarianism, and fascism, in power. And I think the wife, Patricia Heaton, I think she's known to be like one of the few conservatives in Hollywood, unless I'm mixing her up with Patricia Richardson from Tim Allen Show. But I don't think so. I think it's her. So I think she probably wrote that episode. And I'll tell you, when I saw it, I finally felt proud to be an American. But then when the show ended, Charlie Sheen and John Cryer came on, and that show Two and a Half Men, which is apparently hugely popular. And then I felt ashamed to be an American because of that show coming on. Well, you guys know the charity chart. You see it right there. It's self-explanatory. I don't have any cash on me, thank God. I left it upstairs. But it's been really beating me to death. We cut out some of them, the ball wallet. Now it's just going to be like violent ones, which is funnier. So if you let me do this to you, then I put that much money in. If you want to do it to me, you put that much money in. See what I'm saying?
If you don't, it's just stop things and do that.
Yeah, you know. And we haven't really figured out a timing on it yet.
If we put the money and we really got to give it up, I mean, we don't get it back at the end of the show?
No.
It's just for real?
I've already gone through a lot of money in this damn thing. Now we're going to bring the jar down. Okay, the jar is for if somebody says something hacky or like pandering, the panel over there will just drop that jar and you're going to cough up 10 to 20.
I might as well get it over with now.
All right, let's go. There's a lot going on in the news. Let's start with the Reagan thing. Should people be criticizing Reagan before or making jokes about him before he's even in the ground?
Reagan's dead?
Yes, he died.
I haven't heard
the other day.
Isn't that the only thing going on in the news right now?
Yes, it is.
And he's on tour, too, which is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
His body's going on tour. He's opening for the Black Eyed Peas, I believe, in Detroit this weekend, which is nice.
So I guess we know your answer, which is to make fun.
Like a new King Tut thing. They're just going to tour Reagan with his hair gel and
really
a couple other
sad.
things.
I mean, it really is sad. They're like touring him around the country. Let him die. Let him be buried.
I thought he was just staying in one place. They're really bringing him around, huh?
Wait, they're having a funeral.
They're really bringing
they're having like a big funeral in Simi Valley, then an intimate funeral in Washington.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know,
They're actually trying to amend the Constitution to let a two-term dead president run for vice president again.
Nice.
It's going to be Bush and Reagan's corpse in 2004. They're Cheney's out.
Well, I guess we know your answer.
you know what? As comics, I think there's nothing sacred. We're allowed to make fun of the dead.
Nice.
You know, we do it, with Mark's career all the time.
Hey! Wow!
But I think it's certain people, politicians and certain people are not allowed to make fun of him as of yet until he's buried.
Right.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
What about OJ? OJ's everywhere this week.
What is it? He's on television?
Yeah.
Should the networks be giving him interviews?
Only if the only thing he talks about is killing his wife with a knife.
Exactly. Yeah.
But he does kind of.
He should be on closed circuit TV, in jail. That's the only TV.
But I mean,
I just hope during the interview they don't yell "cut."
Nice.
I had no problem with it, but the sip.
I know. As I was doing it, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be on a boat performing next week because it was hacky. But here's the thing. He should be doing these. He needs the money. It's the networks that shouldn't be giving him these. What are we going to do? We're going to celebrate. This is the 10-year anniversary of his ex-wife's death.
Right.
We're going to celebrate like Jeffrey Dahmer, in 10 years, eat little Filipino boys. You know what I'm saying?
But he got killed in jail, or else they might. But don't you think, what are they supposed to do? Somebody was going to go for it. If not, it would be on
Why is he
pay-per-view.
TV so much? I mean, what's going on?
It's the 10th anniversary, so he's giving
Yeah.
interviews to make some money, and he's talking about the whole thing.
Wow, and Reagan's funeral's upstaging that?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine the priorities of the media.
It's anything
No,
to
but
get
he's-
away from the war, really.
It's
I think, yeah.
that's what. Well, basically, what he was saying today, I was watching him on some show, and he's like, "Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of people hate us because of our justice system." Like he's taking the liberal stance. I'm sure you'll be glad to know, and so he was like saying, "Yeah, a lot of countries hate us because I go everywhere and they say your justice system is messed up."
So I kill him with a knife.
So
Yeah, he was on James Lipton. James Lipton had him under the knife.
James Lipton had him.
James Lipton had him on the Inside the Actor studio.
No,
the last part of the show, they said, "What's your favorite curse word?" And he says, "Die, white bitch." That's just
All right, listen. You think whatever you want, but I never thought we'd get to hear Carrot Top say. We heard Carrot Top say, "Die, white bitch" on TV. That's pretty. That's a first.
But you
Is
know
that a
what?
first?
Yeah, it's probably
He
a
did
first.
this-
Usually he does it with a real knife
He
product,
couldn't get
though.
away from the.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You got
I'm
it.
sorry.
All right.
Oh,
This,
boy,
we
two
just want this to. I know.
Too
Wait, we-
insecure
All right,
Jews.
let's talk about the trannies. They're now letting transsexuals in the Olympics as females. What do you think of this?
I guess they should be in the Olympics if there was an event called the Jim Norton Chase, where he's running around his house with his checkbook trying to get him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this crowd stinks.
No, they don't.
Oh, they are the worst.
They don't
I mean,
stink. It was
no.
we were all with you. But then you said he's running around with the checkbook trying to
Well,
get
you know
them.
what? I had to close
if he'd
out
been
the
driving,
joke.
I know, but if he was driving like down by the meatpacking district or something,
That's
then
true. I know, but listen, it was an ad lib.
It was a good ad lib.
It'd be fun to see the pole vaulting.
What's
Because you wouldn't
All
know
right.
if it was a real.
They should be in the Olympics trannies. I want to see that.
Not
I want to
now.
root for someone that I had sex with.
All right, what about this?
But you didn't know it till after.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I know.
The Justice Department just advised that they thought torturing Al Qaeda terrorists might be justified. Did you read that? So should torture be allowed in certain cases? Like, it depends what you call torture, I guess. But
Yeah.
Like at the Houston Funny Bone? Yeah. The
the laugh stop I was
last
at.
stop, wherever you were last week. Yeah, it's well, whatever. Sorry,
Wait a
sorry,
minute.
Funny
So,
Bone.
they just got a lawyer to say that it was okay?
No, this was in August 2002. They sent a memo or something. They just found a memo that said the Justice Department said,
Well, you know,
they should be torturing them.
They're prisoners. What are we going to do? Bring them in like coffee and donuts? Hey, you want to talk? Yes. We got to get information to save our lives here. If you got to pull off a finger or do whatever it takes, you do it, okay? You know what? I always like this audience.
It's true. He said that. We'll be right back. More important than any news, what do you have that was so... What are you talking to him, confiding in him about?
What's that?
Why would Voss be whispering to Carrot Top the entire break? What were you talking about?
We were talking about just
An
people,
opening
the
gig.
audience, and
How good they are.
How good
No,
they
no.
are.
What were you talking?
I was saying that we had.
Don't let him off the
Okay.
hook.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
son of a-
Let's do the show, okay? I got places to go. The big act. Last
Okay.
Comic
He's
Standing
right.
2 comes on tonight.
The Tanning Salon closed at 8. All right. We're going to take a look at 3 of the top grossing movies in the country right now. First up is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of whatever the hell it's called.
Who is that? That man?
He's a murderer. Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban prison.
Sirius Black is the reason the Potters are dead.
I want you to swear to me you won't go looking for Black.
Why would I go looking for someone who wants to kill me?
Harry Potter.
That scared me.
We don't need to see it now. We've seen the whole movie.
I know, that was really a long one.
Isn't this sort of a grown-up Harry Potter? Doesn't he get strung out on heroin and it turns out like, this is all in his head, man?
They are like 30 now. Yeah.
Now, does anyone know this movie or the books?
You know, I'll tell you, I love the Harry Potter movies only because I don't understand the Lord of the Ring movies. So that's a lot easier for me.
Really?
Yeah.
You go see these movies?
Well, I got kids, so
You take 'em to
I
see
know,
it?
I tell them about it when I get back the next day. I'm not going to spend money on them. Let them get their own movie money.
If you're a grown-up and you go to see these movies, I think it's a little peculiar unless you look like him.
Nice. That's true. Hey, you look like Harry Potter.
Yes.
Give me
Yes, thank you. Oh, I got your back on this one.
I'm holding out for the grown-up Harry Potter role.
Harry Potter never wore his grandfather's shoes.
Next is the end of the world movie, The Day After Tomorrow. Here's a clip of this one.
Meteorologists are at a loss to explain what is causing this weather. India was battered by the largest hailstorm on record. Here in New Delhi, it's snowing. There is a wall of water coming towards New York City. Everybody, get out of here, people.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I saw that.
And what'd you think?
I thought it's horrible. You know, it's basically just a father-son story about a guy who doesn't spend enough time with his kid, set against the death of half the planet. All right. And the horrible thing is this director is actually guilty of something I call Quaidism. All right. In his first film, Independence Day, the ugly Quaid brother saves the world by killing himself. All right. And this one, the good-looking Quaid brother can't even pull it off. Can't save the world. It's sad. Yeah.
So the world goes under.
Here's my opinion, but trash him.
Shut your mouth for a second. I want to do a pose off. You two take off your shirts and show how ripped you are.
I'm not taking it.
Come on, Carrot Top. Pose off.
He's gonna
Pose off. Pose off.
Why does he want us to take our clothes off?
Because I know.
Shut up and do a pose off.
I'm not
First of all,
Come on, Carrot Top.
you got to see his arms. He's got big arms.
Yeah, I got to do it. Wait.
Have Rich go first.
Who wants to see a couple of 50-year-old guys trying to hold on to their youth?
They're not 50.
I'll take my pants down. I got always grab the
Damn
pants.
it, come on. You know what
He
kills
really
me?
wants to see them.
It's not that I want to say, it's just that if you're ripped, what's the point if you're not going to show it off a little bit? Boys, take it off.
Come on, I'm like Sonny and Cher.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, this is horrible.
Folks, I hope you know the lesson. Honesty really did work in the long run.
This is
horrible. I told them what. Shut your mouth.
By the way, this is
Don't
very
talk
gay.
about it.
Go ahead.
Do not try this at home.
Don't
This
say
is
it so
very
much
gay.
first.
We should start clapping, you guys.
Should we have some like music? Give like dance music? Like
We don't need music.
Come on, take it off.
How many cents will I pay for the rights?
Can we just see what's happening?
How many cents will I pay for the rights for the music?
You're missing the whole show.
Everybody stop it.
I feel very violated.
You do?
Yeah.
And dirty.
Look at how whipped you are, you son of a bitch. Yeah, boss. Come on, get
Oh, man.
Come on, baby. Yes. Look at these. That's all I wanted, because now look at it
I
this
gotta
way.
find a place to put my mind.
There we go.
No, that's good. That's going great.
Won't do anything.
Hey, man, I was doing it. I was rips. We'll be right back after this lesson. Thank you. Last week, a kid named David Tidmarsh won the National Spelling Bee by spelling the word autochthonous. I don't know what that means either, but tonight we're going to see if Keith Robinson, Rich Voss, and Jim Norton can spell a few words in our second annual Tough Crowd Spelling Bee. It's all real. They haven't seen the words ahead of time. Gentlemen, you have 30 seconds to spell your word. You may ask for the word in a sentence. Let's start with Rich Voss. Hello, Rich.
Hi.
Your word is anticlimactic.
Can you, Colin, could you please use that in a sentence?
Yes. After the first season of Last Comic Standing, you falsely believed everyone would know you as a famous comic and not just the moron on the show who pronounced the word tortilla as tortilla. One might conclude your career has been actually quite anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic. ANTICLIMATIC.
Damn it.
You really are stupid.
Jesus Christ.
Why?
Because you're wrong and he's dumb for thinking you're right.
All right. Good job, though.
Thank you.
You were wrong, stupid, but good job. Next up is Jim Norton. Come on, Jim.
All right.
Mr. Norton, your word is sophistry.
Can you use it in a sentence, Colin?
Certainly. Jim, sometimes you annoy me the way you try to be intellectual with your eye scratching and your disgusting attempt at being profound with your legs crossed. When you pretend to be smart, you're you're engaging in sophistry. And to point this out, I've hired an intellectual type actor to say an actual quote you've said on the show a few weeks ago about porn regulation. Sir?
The government is going to try to say this is a public safety issue and then try to regulate it. But the porn industry have been very responsible about testing people and stuff like that. Porn does not encourage the spread of AIDS, it actually stops it. Because do you have any idea how many times I've wanted to go out and get laid, and instead I just throw in a movie and paint my ceiling?
Sophistry, sir! How do you spell it?
Surprised you didn't have him say it with his shirt off, you pole smoker. Sophistry. S-O-P-H-I-S-T-R-Y.
Damn it.
Was that right?
Yeah, it was right, stupid.
I hope you got the camera shot of Voss like a little kid. He goes, was that right? Finally, I called Keith Robinson. Young man, your word is niggardly.
Whoa! I'm not going to spell that damn word.
Why? It just means cheap and, something like that.
Colin, can you, matter of fact, honky, can you use that in a sentence, please?
Of course, a few years ago, an aide to the mayor of Washington, D.C. had to resign for using the word niggardly at a staff meeting. People were offended, although it's an adjective that means petty or cheap. You know what I mean? So, as in, Keith Robinson is supposed to be $20, he's being rather niggardly about it. So, would you spell it?
Colin, what's the language of origin for that word, please?
The language of origin?
Yes.
I guess, I don't know. I think it's, why? You think it's like some white racist plot, that word?
Yes, I do.
So you're refusing to spell it on the grounds of principle?
I'll spell a damn word, man.
Only if you're positive of it, because or else it's going to look awful.
You ready?
Yeah.
N.
Well, folks, I think that's our answer right there. He knows he can't spell it on the show.
I'll spell it. Let me spell it right now.
Make it easy.
N. Shut up, stupid.
All right, go ahead.
Shut up, stupid. All right, go ahead.
I. Right? G.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was hard to
G.
Yeah.
What? Now, give me what was the word again?
Niggardly.
Niggardly. E-R-L-Y.
No.
Niggardly.
There's a D in there,
D for dummies, stupid.
No, stupid is an A also instead of an E.
I know.
I just listened to what he was saying.
I'm really tired of you.
Whoa. That's the hip-hop way of spelling it. I don't know how y'all spell it.
We'll be right back. Folks, J-Lo has inspired countless numbers of girls that want to grow up and get married 3 times. So give Mrs. Mark Anthony some advice on making this one last. Jim.
I hope she keeps tying the knot over and over again, because eventually she's going to run out of men and marry me. And there is no way she's going to divorce me. Once I get a hold of that big, fat, juicy ass, I'm going to have a leash around her neck like an Iraqi prisoner.
All right. Okay. Carrot Top.
Big, juicy ass. I like that. Well, J-Lo getting married. Let's see. That marriage is going to last about as long as Geely did was in the theaters. Well, she got married for the third. She never even saw the movie for the third time. At least someone won the Triple Crown last weekend. Why stop at 3? Keep going. I want to see her break the record. So much for the sanctity of marriage. She should just move to Las Vegas, fall in love, get married in a drive-thru, and get it all annulled in the same day. The only way to stop her from getting married is to turn gay so she can't get married. But then again, she did marry Marc Anthony, so who's safe she's not gay already?
All right. Rich.
Okay, Jenny, with 3 trips to the altar, you've been compared to Elizabeth Taylor. And I think that's unfair because she made good movies.
Nice.
Clearly, you're bringing a lot of your past relationship baggage into this new marriage, and obviously you're keeping it in your ass. You know what? I think the problem is you are taking these men for granted. To keep your marriage strong, you need to appreciate your man, and that way to do that, I knew I would screw it up, but I'm going to get it back. Hold on. To appreciate it, man,
Well,
once a month.
You spelled it all right.
I know. Once a month, you should sleep with me. I guarantee then you will appreciate what you have at home, okay? So if you want to meet me, I'll be performing at Caroline's July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Oh, God, I was going perfect.
Hey, stupid. Pay up for promoting your goddamn club gigs.
How much?
I'd second. No, and another $10 for misspelling alter, E-R, instead of A-R, you dum-dum.
Oh, how much do I got to pay?
I don't know, 20.
All right. Jeez. I was going, you know what? Before I did my Act 4, he goes, you're going to stumble through it.
Thank you. This is for the Dominican Haitian refugees. Mark.
All right, here we go. It's always touching when two obscenely rich, mediocre talents come together in corrupt marital bliss. Congrats, you home-wrecking hoe. Advice, well, Ben banging is obviously out. Nooners at P. Diddy's are behind you. Kids, maybe it's time to create some sappy, overproduced Latin pop spawn before your ovaries turn into mongoloid pods. And off topic, no more singing. Please, please.
That's the show. Good night.
Tonight you were pretty intent on getting Voss and Carrot Top to take their shirts off.
Because I'm also a producer on a show. It's a visual medium. Doesn't matter what you're saying. Style over substance. That's my new attitude. Doesn't matter what you say. It's a visual medium. We throw that in. It's part of the highlight reel. No problem. We're picked up for like 10 years.
Now, you have a predominantly young...